In the third round of the UCU West Coast Conference Women's Basketball Championship, the St. Mary's Gales defeat the LMU Lions 70-38. With the victory, St. Mary's moves on to the semifinals. They'll take on top seed Gonzaga Monday at noon PDT. Joined by St. Mary's head coach Paul Thomas, along with student athlete Megan McKay. Coach, we'd like to begin with you. Your thoughts on the win, please?
Well, I think we played some very capable defense tonight. I think all of our kids did a really pretty decent job, a very good job of understanding who they were guarding, and did a pretty solid job. And, you know, LMU did not shoot the ball very well. I'm sure that's part of playing the day before, but I think our team did a really good job defensively, and then they finished the possession off with the rebound, and I think that kind of gets us going. And then offensively in the first half, we were not real efficient, but it was more of a grinded out first couple quarters.
Thank you. We'll take questions from media members. If you have one, please raise your hand and wait. We'll get a mic to you. Let us know your name and affiliation. We'll start with John here in the second row.
Hi, John Crumpacker, West Coast Conference Sports for Megan. Out there on the court playing, was it as easy as it looked from someone just, you know, sitting courtside? If it's
like, I think so. I think it was fun. You know, going out to the game, you know, those nerves, and I think we just turned those nerves into good positive energy, which were reflected on defense. And we're starting to get to the pointy end of the season, and that is nerve-wracking, but our team we turned it into a good time, and we've realised, you know, we're never going to be the same team again playing on this court, and may as well make the most of it. And I think we did. I think we had a good time out there.
Additional questions from media members, if you got it? We'll go to Sammy in the back row.
This is for both of you guys. Just taking a general look at the stat sheet, if there's anything that kind of catches your eye, something you see that could potentially be exciting to carry into the game on Monday against Gonzaga, something that you guys thought you'd really succeeded in. I know defense you touched upon, but anything else?
Yeah, Sammy, I would just say if you look at, I'm a big field goal percentage person, both for us and for the opponent, and, you know, they shot 22% for the game. And then, as I said before, you got to finish the possession off with the rebound. And rebounding, we had 39 defensive rebounds. That's pretty good. And so we didn't, you know, allowing a team, which I think is a really good offensive rebounding team, only 8 offensive rebounds, and 3 of those were team. I'll give our student athletes a ton of credit out on the floor. They did a great job of not allowing any second chance points. So that's my comment.
I think mine would be, we usually have quite a fair few turnovers, but having 17 assists to go along with those turnovers, that's fun basketball. Like, everyone gets the ball, we fast bodies, slow minds, right? So
yes, thank you, Meg.
It's just good fun when everyone gets touch, and it's just good fun basketball. That's exciting. Everyone can do everything, everyone's involved.
We'll go to Elise here.
Yeah.
Can you use the mic, please? Thanks.
Elise with ESPN. For both of you guys, what did you take away from your matchups in the regular season with Gonzaga? Where do you think you have to make adjustments?
Megan, you want to take that first?
No.
So that means I'm taking it?
Sounds like it.
Well, you know, the first thing, you kind of let everything soak in, and you know, you don't want to be too cliché, but you know, you take it game by game. But as you look forward, and you know, Gonzaga is a team that they make you pay for your mistakes. They've always been like that for years and years. So we got to take care of the ball. And I think we have to shoot a better percentage. We're going to have to play 4 good quarters. We're going to have to shoot the ball consistently well for 4 quarters. And then, you know, the other thing is that is the experience factor. I think our team is both teams have experience. They may have the small edge to them is that they've been experienced being in the championship game. But I think I really like our mix with the two anchors with Sid and Meg in the paint. They just do a really good job of complementing each other. So I like that matchup, and they, as I said, we got to say it again, fast bodies, slow minds. That's really what it comes down to. We got to play in control, just play in control.
I think we match up really well with them, but I think every single tournament comes down to just who wants it the most. And I think it's going to come down to having pride on the defensive end, taking it personally when you get beat with the ball, and I think it's going to be a hard game, and you're going to have to fully commit, but hopefully we will, and it'll be a good battle.
Any other questions for St. Mary's? Last question, John.
Yes, to Paul, looking at the stat sheets, you more than doubled the rebounds on LMU. Can you recall doing that this season where you actually had double?
Yeah, we actually probably have been close to doubling a couple of different teams this year. Rebounding is one of those things that we had a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half because we didn't shoot the ball well. And so it's great news that we're getting second chances, but we're not shooting the ball well. So I would much rather have a higher field goal percentage and making baskets than having offensive rebounds. But we're, if you looked at it through the course of the NCAA tournament over the course of probably the last several years, we've done a pretty good job rebounding. I'm very thrilled with where we're at rebounding wise in the nation and in our league. I think we do a really pretty good job of that. But we do a good job because Meg and Sid and the people we have out on the court. I don't do a good job. I haven't gotten a rebound in a long time. But our people out on the floor really do a good job.
Congrats on the win. We'll see you Monday.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Grab your key. You don't want it?
Take it if you want. You don't have to.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you bet. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Crook. Joining us from LMU, head coach Charity Elliott, along with student athlete Andy Velasco. Coach, we'd like to begin with an opening statement from you, please.
First of all, this was certainly nothing that any of us expected today. Just very disappointed, how we competed yesterday, how we battled. Just did not feel that we had the same sense of urgency or fight in us today. I mean, and again, credit St. Mary's for playing a great game, and they were ready, and they were laser focused, in my mind, like we were yesterday. So very disappointed for our seniors, very disappointed for our team, for our program. This is not, again, how we want to represent ourselves and our university. Sometimes you just have nights where the shots aren't going in, and maybe had we hit a few more, you know, we would have had a little more energy and intensity to keep fighting. I think it just compounded and kind of became just a hurdle, and we're all trying to figure out what's going on and why is this happening, and you know, we just couldn't get out of it.
Thank you, Coach. We'll take questions if you have one from media members. Please raise your hand and let us know your name and your affiliation. We'll get a mic to you. We'll start with John here in the second row.
Yes, John Crumpacker, West Coast Conference Sports. For Andy, the question of offense, was it largely the defense that St. Mary's was confronting you with, or was it just poor shooting, or somewhere a combination of both?
Well, I think they did a good job of packing the key, and I also think that our shots just didn't fall today. And I think when we were driving and when we were trying to get to the basket, we felt like we were getting hit, but sometimes you just don't get the calls, and I think we just had trouble bouncing back and keeping the intensity on both ends of the floor, just because things weren't going our way and we didn't persevere. We didn't like stay together and keep going.
Other questions for LMU? John?
Charity, who do you like in the St. Mary's Gonzaga matchup in the semifinals? Can you, any thoughts on that?
You're going to ask me that right now? I really, you know, I want to focus on my team, to be honest with you. I don't care at this moment what happens. I'm proud of my team. We've had a heck of a year, and hopefully we're not done. That's our plan. We've had some unbelievable wins this year. We've also had some unbelievable challenges, injuries. You know, we played this tournament without our first team all-conference player, Chelsea Gibson. Yesterday, we found a way to make it work without her. But Chelsea's our biggest threat from the perimeter. And when she's not 100%, I think that made it really challenging. And St. Mary's did a great job. They were packing the paint, we weren't knocking those shots down. And when you don't have a kid like Chelsea out on the floor that brings that, it spreads the floor out more. I mean, it makes it more difficult. You know, but again, I'm proud of our team. We've had some historic wins, despite not having a couple of our, you know, most talented players on the floor most of the year. So I'm nothing but proud of these guys. Now today was not a showing that we're proud of, you know, but don't anybody start knocking my team. I'll knock you back out, because I love them. And things just didn't go our way today, and that's what happens in March. And we're going to hopefully live for another day and make some noise in the next tournament. If we get an opportunity, we're going to come out and ready to fight.
I'll go to Matthew here on our right.
Andy, your senior class being one of the first that played 4 years for Coach Charity Elliott. I know it stings right now, but what are some of the things that you remember and that you were able to lift the program with some record-breaking wins and performances throughout your time?
Well, if I recall correctly, my first year we won 7 games. So starting out like that was difficult for me, coming from the program that I came from, but I knew when I came here that I wanted to be,
That's what I'm talking about. It's about lives. And I don't want to speak for her, but we went from 7 wins to 19 wins. We've got 18 right now. Going from the bottom to, you know, we're in the conversation now, and we're talking about a postseason tournament. So I'm so proud, you know, and her sister were the first recruits really to commit to me as juniors. And I'm so proud of them and the trials that we've gone through together as a program, personally, professionally, as a program. You know, I couldn't be more proud.
Yeah, I knew that when I came in with my sister, and with Coach Elliott, that I wanted to be part of something bigger than myself and what we were going to be able to bring to the program. And it's really emotional right now, but I'm proud of my teammates. I'm proud of this program. I'm proud of everything that we've done together. We've upset teams. We've always been the underdog. And tonight it didn't work out for us, but I stand by my girls. I stand by my coach. And I know that I'm proud of who we are and what we've done.
Well said.
Thank you for the time. Good luck next week and beyond.